Hey, good evening, and thank you for joining me once again on line here at Columbia Teachers College Zoom for JW2542 tutoring, my SHSAT math course. This is online this year, 2023 to 2024 for free on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Tonight we have lesson 7, a focus on unit rates and ratio notation. This recording is also being live streamed on my Twitch channel, as well as will be presented on my YouTube channel for free access. All of the quizzes, classwork, and homework problems will be available for you online. If you need access to the files or having difficulty with the links, please email me at JW2542@gmail.com. Again, I am Josh Wiener, and as we get started, it's just a friendly reminder that this is a course that I've developed myself personally for the past 10 years, and has been offered at tutoring houses here in New York City for the Specialized High School Achievement Test. I myself went to Bronx Science and was a 4-year graduate of BC Calculus, and participated in the math contests for up to the AIME level before the Olympiad. With the Bronx Science math team. I majored in mathematics and double majored in math and Jewish Studies Humanities, and then was accepted into Columbia Teachers College, where I completed a Master of Arts in Math Education in 2012. So I've been an in-service teacher at public schools, private schools, for summer schools, as well as served as a one-on-one tutor for grades 5 to 12, college and graduate school students. So here we go tonight with lesson number 7, the SHSAT. So welcome. Before we begin, just a quick overview. The SHSAT mathematics section of the Specialized High School Achievement Test will have mathematics questions that will focus on the topics such as algebra, geometry, the coordinate plane, charts and graphs, probability and statistics, and a few other math topics. If you're interested more in the types of problems on the SHSAT, I recommend middle school puzzle books, as well as contests such as math team contests for middle school, such as the AMC 8 exam, which you can find online, as well on collected for teachers at Art of Problem Solving, those books for middle school students, as well as the books such as by Dean Posmentier of City College, Yoni Pappas, Martin Gardner, the list goes on, but targeted for grades 5 to 7. Those teach the metacognitive skills that you need for the problem-solving questions that are more like that are more advanced logic than normal middle school homework. The SHSAT math exam is 75 minutes total, with still in its form at 57 questions. 5 are grid-in and 52 are multiple choice. Tonight, we will focus on problem types that are of unit rates and ratio notations. Most of the problems have 2 variables, but some of them are multivariable problems. Before we get to this core lesson, lesson number 7, this is a friendly reminder that this is one lesson of a full 33 lesson course. And the first 10 lessons pretty much focus on algebra, and then geometry, and then charts and graphs, and a few other math topics in probability and statistics. It's very good to prepare for standardized tests, such as the SHSAT and SAT exams, Regents exams, and AP exams, with a skilled checklist that's arranged for you by a teacher, a tutoring book, or a tutoring house, such as the ones that I serve in New York City. This helps students get organized. It greatly reduces test anxiety and gives them a confidence to handle these timed assessment tests at each grade level with fluency and mastery. Tonight, before we get to unit rates and ratio notations focus, lesson number 7, we always begin class with a warm-up quiz to get our minds on our mathematics. Each quiz contains 2 easy level questions, 2 mid-level, and 1 challenge level question based on the thousands of questions that have been created for the SHSAT. So if you would like to participate in this quiz, I'm going to post a link in the chat window here. And I'm going to refresh this link because this actually, I don't believe is the correct link. So pardon me just for a moment while I fix this. Darn it. So I'm going to give this one a new link here. Hold on just a minute. Here we go. So if you click on this blue form link, you should it should give you direct access to the form, which you'll see here, a copy of the SHSAT quiz. And then down below, you can see that there is a bubble sheet for you to fill out, and then click on the purple button, Submit, when you are done with the form. So as tradition in our tutoring house classes, whether you're a in-class student or working remotely, remember that, wait a minute, this should be, yeah, I wanted that. Okay, back to slideshow. You have 5 questions and 10 minutes to complete the questions at a 2-minute per question pace. So what I'll do is I'm going to start a timer in just a few moments, and then please get your pens and pencils ready. If you're watching this recording, you can scroll ahead 10 minutes after you complete the assessment, but I do recommend that you follow a timer, and it will follow this recording at a pace of 10 minutes. All right, so let's begin tonight's quiz number 7. Okay, please begin, and I'll mute and see you in 10 minutes. Good luck. Okay, just under 3 minutes remaining on tonight's quiz, just under 3 minutes remaining. Okay, please finish the problem that you're working on and make sure that you have an answer for all 5 questions. That is time for SHSAT quiz number 7 tonight. And make sure you go down to the bubble sheet and select your final 4 answers for the multiple choice and enter an answer on the line provided for the grid in. And if you click on that purple submit button, the school computer will auto grade it for you. Next, what we'll do is we'll quickly go over the 5 questions one at a time. So here we go. So question number 1 says, which one is a better buy? Super Stationery sells 6 pens for $4.80, and Rare Bookseller says a dozen pens for $8.40. Well, what we'll do here is, hold on, I'm just getting the drawing tool ready here, is we'll do Super Stationery first, which is $4.80, and you can buy 6. So that's the same as 6 goes into 48 8 times, so 80 cents per pen. And then for the second store at Rare Booksellers, you can get a dozen pens. And the sticker price that would go on top would be $8.40. Well, 12 times 7 is 84. So it will be 0.70 cents. So it looks like Rare Booksellers is 70 cents, but Super Stationery is 80 cents. So the correct answer expressing that is choice A, it looks like. Rare Booksellers is the less expensive buy by 10 cents. It's 10 cents less. So expressing that correctly is statement A. Rare Booksellers is 10 cents per pen less. Okay, so that was question number 1. Question 2. Anne and Betty decide to have a foot race. Because Betty is older, she gives Anne a 60-foot head start. If Betty runs at 14 feet per second and Anne runs at 10 feet per second, how long will it take for Anne to catch up to Betty? So there's a typo here because Betty is doing the catch up. Betty should be going faster. So let's make sure that we I'll fix that for the school form here, but we'll make sure that we solve it so that since Betty is doing the catch up work, that she is running at the faster pace. Here we go. All right. So here's Anne, and Anne is running at 10 feet per second. And Betty is running at 14 feet per second every second. So if we were to draw this out, if they started at the same time, that means that Anne would go, Anne would go like 10 feet down the road, another 10 feet. But Betty would go 14 feet. What is going on? They changed the arrows. Now they're little rectangles. Hold on a second. So that would be Betty, but we could repeat that. Can we copy them then? We draw it, yeah. So here's Anne going at 10, 10, 10. Yeah, it's a little weird when they have that that blue rectangle. See that there? Can I get rid of this one? Get rid of the other one. All right. So you can see here. That means every second for our two friends, Anne and Betty. Anne is going, what are these settings? Hold on just a second. This work? So Anne would be going down the road 10 feet every second. And Betty, who moves at a faster pace, can run at 14 feet every second. So it looks like every second, Betty goes ahead another 4 feet. So the difference in pace is every second is Betty catches up 4 feet. In this race, every 4 feet closer to Anne every second. But the writer said that, well, since they know that Anne is slower when it comes to running, then that they'll give her a 60-foot head start. So what we'll do now is we'll say 60 feet divided by 4 feet per second is 15 seconds. Right, because that's every 4 seconds she's closer by every second she's closer by 4 feet. So the correct answer is B. It would be 15 seconds for Betty to catch up to Anne. All right, any questions on number 2? I need to fix that on the paragraph needs to be rewritten. All right, next one. Question number 3, how many cubes of side length 3 can be packed into a box that is 12 units in length, 6 units wide, and 9 units high? So here I'll draw the box for you guys. Quickly, here's a box that's 12 units long, 6 units wide, and 9 units high. So that means that, wait a minute, 12 units by 9. So that would be like 6 by 6. That'd be 12 by 6. Oh, so I want it to be sort of like that, a 4-to-3 ratio. Okay, so then I'll draw the same thing here to give it some depth. All right, and then the thing is, if you remember from our class, then you just connect the corners of these two rectangles, and it gives it the illusion of being a three-dimensional shape, right? So there we go. All right, here's the thing. Since we have, in this direction is 12 units in length, in this direction is 6 units, and then the height is 9 units, we can express that by drawing the arrows in the corner here, okay? But since each cube is 3 units, we need to express that as how many of them can we fit in the box? Let's just use the front face of the picture here to show what's going on here. Since it's 12 units in length, we should fit 1, a 2, a 3, 4 blocks if we were to pack it along the length of the box. And then here in this direction, we can, these same boxes, we would stack this way, like so. However, I can't really draw that shape going in the depth, so I'll use a wire. Or we could do 1, 2 boxes in this direction, like so. What I'll do is I'll make a wireframe for the cornerstone, so to speak, the corner box. Everyone see me drawing the corner cube? But if you visualize with me, this is the bottom layer of box, like if you were packing a trunk or foot locker, like so. This is the bottom layer, which it will fit, looks like 8 blocks. Let's make sure that that's right. It'll be 4 blocks in this direction because the total distance is 12. It'll be 2 blocks in this direction. So 4 times 2 is 8 blocks on the bottom level, but then there's 3 levels. So these are the number of the block count because we have to space the blocks that have side length 3. So then the volume of blocks is now in block units, 4 times 2 times 3, or 24 cube blocks. The correct answer was A, 24 cubes. All right, any questions on question number 3? Let's go to the next one. Question number 4, in a video game, 50 bronze coins is equal to 20 silver coins, and 8 silver coins is equal to 3 gold coins. What's the value of 15 gold coins in bronze? Well, this is a question that's going to, a predictive question. Let's write this out with a ratio chart, which is what we're going to work on today, in today's lesson. We'll put bronze, B for bronze is the first column, S for silver, for the silver coins, and G for the gold coins here. If we had like sorting trays, we put all the bronze coins in the first column, put all the silver coins in this tray, in this area, and put all the gold coins in the right column. Well, he said there's a conversion rate. He said that, well, if you have 50 bronze coins, that's equal to 20 silver coins. So that's fact number 1. Then the second statement the writer says is that they said that, well, if you have 8 silver coins in the video game, then that's equal to 3 gold coins. Then they said, well, what's the value of 15 gold coins? Well, the thing we have to do here is we have to look at the facts that we have for the middle column where we have 20 silver and 8 silver. That's not the same number. But we're going to use the least common multiple of that column because that's a fact, that's for both statements. So it looks like that looking at the number 20, well, 20 is not on the 8 times table, but 20 times 2 is 40. So I'm going to do this column times 2. So times 2 and times 2. Then we get 40. Well, if I want to make the 8 into a 40, then we have to multiply it times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. So that's the least common multiple, it's 40. But we have to then do this row times 5, right? So whatever information is in row number 1, we do times 2. And then for this row, we do times 2. And for this row, we're doing times 5, right? Then we have, going back to the annotator, then we have, let's see, 2 times 50 is 100 bronze coins. And 5 times 3 would be 15 gold coins. So now we have the ratio of bronze to silver to gold as one statement. That's the ratio between all three. 100 bronze coins is equal to 40 silver coins, but it's equal to 15 gold coins. And that's what we were looking for our answer, right? We were looking for 15 gold coins, which in bronze is equivalent to 100 bronze coins. The correct answer was C for number 4. Last one, question number 5. We have a jar. The jar contains 7 red, 6 white, and 12 blue marbles. If we add 3 more red marbles and 5 more white marbles, then what's the probability of drawing out a blue marble from the jar? All right, let's see if I can draw this for you. So here's our jar. And inside the jar are 7 red, 6 white, and 12 blue marbles contained inside the jar. But we're going to add more marbles into the jar. So instead of 7 red, we're going to add 3. So we'll have 10 red in the new jar. Same jar, but as we add the marbles, 5 more white. So we'll have 11 white marbles after we add the marbles. And then there'll be 12 blue, will be the new composition of marbles. Okay, so how many marbles are contained in the jar now? Total, we'll add them up. We'll have 33 total. So then the writer asks a question. The writer says, how many blue marbles, what's the probability of drawing a blue marble based on the new total, which I'll highlight here down below. There's 33 total. So since we wrote it out here, that's the probability fraction, 12 out of 33. So that's the correct answer, 12 upon 33, 12 out of 33. But it says express your answer in reduced form. So that's equivalent to 4 upon 11. We divided by 3 on the top and divided by 3 on the bottom. They're both on the 3 times table. So the correct answer was 4 upon 11 in reduced form. So unfortunately, if you put 12 over 33, that's incorrect. The correct answer is 4/11. All right, so that's our review of quiz number 7 here tonight. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go right to the core lesson here for lesson number 7, unit rates and ratio notation. And I'll just give a couple of examples, and then you'll begin your work on computing the unit rate of various items. Unit rates and ratio notation. Knowing the unit rate of an item makes you a smarter shopper. For example, when shopping and comparing brands of the same quality, buy the item with the lower unit cost. Items are often sold in various quantities, and to find this cost, simply divide the total price by the volume of the item contained. For the example for this worksheet, say you have a box of crunchy granola cereal that costs $5, but a box of healthy trail granola cereal costs $7.50 and contains 25 ounces. Then which cereal has a lower unit cost? Well, looking at the question posed, we have crunchy granola. Again, if this is the box of cereal, then the sticker price on the box would say, I don't know if you ever have gone shopping with your mom and dad, but they usually put the sticker price at the top or right on top of the box. And then the amount that's contained within the thing that you're buying is usually on the bottom, like it says 20 ounces on the bottom. So we set up the shopping fraction that way. We take the sticker price of the sticker on the top, $5, that'll be the numerator. And we're dividing it by the amount that's in the box, which for crunchy granola is 20 ounces. So we set up the fraction price over the number of units we're getting. And then $5 divided by 20 is equal to 25 cents for every ounce. In other words, if we had a little like a Dixie cup, like a little scooper, or like a little measuring spoon, and you just scooped up one scoop of the granola, that'd be 25 cents worth. There's another company that's also selling granola here, and that's Healthy Trail. So you go and pick up a box of Healthy Trail. The price on top of the box will say $7.50. But the amount of granola that you'll get is 25 ounces. So we express that the same way. You create the fraction and you put the price as the numerator and the amount of units that you're getting as the denominator. 750 divided by 25 is 30 cents per ounce. So Healthy Trail granola is more expensive by 5 cents. And we would say crunchy granola is the better buy for your shop if you're a shopper. Right? Because you're only getting 25 cents per ounce. Follow-up question number 2 says, well then, how much would shoppers save when buying 60 ounces of crunchy granola? And the way we express this is, we know that every ounce they save 5 cents. So the difference between 25 and 30 is 5 cents. We're talking about buying a box of 60 ounces. So 5 times 60 would be 300 cents or $3 savings total. So the correct answer would be, you would save $3 if you bought 60 ounces of crunchy granola. The next thing we're going to do tonight, 7th and 8th graders, is we're going to work on the classwork. Each problem has increasing difficulty. Remember that the first 12 problems are easy level with regards to finding the unit rate for an item. Questions 13 to 18 are mid-level, and questions 19 to 24 are challenge level. I invite you now to try class lesson number 7 classwork. Here you can see the first page of 6 questions from the easy level. What I'd like to do here is update the link to make sure you have a fresh form link as well for this one, which I will share here on the Google slide. Hold on just a second. I go back to this form. Here we are. Okay, so if you click on the form link, it should bring you to the classwork. Since we only have a 90-minute class, we're only going to spend 20 minutes and it's an odd lesson. Just do the odd number problems from 1 to 30. That's 15 questions for you to try for classwork number 7. Then I'll review the answers to all the questions and we'll go over a few select problems. All right, so please begin SHSAT class lesson number 7. odd numbered questions only. All right, good luck, and I'll see you guys in 20 minutes, and I'll be here sitting with the timer. If you're watching the recording, you can, after trying this practice of as many problems as you like, you can scroll ahead 20 minutes on the recording. Okay, good luck. Okay, just 2 more minutes on tonight's classwork, 2 more minutes. So odd number problems only for lesson number 7. 1 was D, 3 was B, 5 was B, 7 was C, 9 was E, 11 was D, 13 was E, 15 was B, 17 was D, 19 was E, 21 was D, 23 was E, 25 was 70, 27 was 3, and 29 was 160. So what I'd like to do now for you is let's go over a few select problems, one easy, one mid, and one challenge level, so that you too can learn mastery of unit rates and ratio notations as we do more algebra for 7th and 8th grade SHSAT problems. Let's look at question number 1. If a bag of pencils a bag of pencils costs, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm just fixing my computer mouse here. Okay. If a bag of pencils costs $49.60, what's the unit cost for one pencil? So put the price on top, remember, just like with the cereal problem that we had in the beginning, divided by 48 pencils. And I know that 48 plus 48 is 96, but that's not easy to see. So since they're both even, we can divide by 2. That'll be equal to 480 upon 24. That's still, they're both even, so we can divide by 2. That's 240. $2.40 if you buy a dozen pencils. And then if you're still having trouble, let's divide it one more time. That'd be $1.20 for 6 pencils. And you can do that maybe even one more time. And then that would be 60 cents for 3 pencils. Then if you want to find the unit rate for 1, that's much easier. Just divide by 3, divide that by 3. That means that each pencil is 20 cents. So here, the skill that I'm using is I'm just reducing the fraction until I get to an equivalent form that's easier to get to the unit rate. Okay, so the correct answer is D. Just reduce the fraction, reduce by 2s, and then it's manageable. Last step, we divide by 3. Okay. Let's try one that's a mid-level. So we're gonna try one from each level. That would start at question 13. Well, it's not that hard. 15 is a little tricky. And 17, but that's not unit rate. So since we're studying unit rates, that's a review question. So to question 15. Question 15 says that a snake travels down the road at 1 foot per second. So that's 1 foot per 1 second. How many yards per minute does it travel? So here we want to convert it. So here's our starting block. But we want the units to be in yards per minute. And they tell us that 1 yard is 3 feet. Well, since we have feet in the numerator, we have to put the conversion fraction with feet on the other side so that the units cancel. 3 feet is 1 yard. Then we have yards on top, so we convert it to yard units. Remember, we have to multiply these conversion blocks. Then the next block is, well, we have it in seconds, but we know that there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. So we're going to multiply these 3 yellow blocks. So then we'll have yards per minute. I'm going to erase the right side so we can space this out. Everyone see what I'm doing? All right. I'll highlight it because this is very important for science class. You know this. We have feet here and then feet in the denominator that will cancel that science unit. And if we have seconds in the denominator, we have an equivalent block where we can convert it into minutes like so. And hold on just a moment. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So then, see, feet gets eliminated. Seconds get eliminated, and we have our new units, the units that we wanted. We have yards up in the numerator and minutes. So that'll be equal to, let's see, 1 times 60, which is 60 yards. And then 1 times 3 times 1 in 3 minutes. But they wanted to know the unit rate. So divide top and bottom by 3. We are traveling 20 yards in 1 minute. So the correct answer was D, 20. All right, there you go. Now you have the right units, yards in the numerator and minutes, yards and minutes in the denominator. All right, last one for tonight, a challenge level. And again, we're learning more about word problems and expressions with unit rates. So 19 maybe? Yeah, that was a tricky one. Well, 23. 23 is a tricky puzzle. 25. 27, no, December theory, 29. Converting units again. All right. You know what? I'm going to do two more because there are some good ones here. 19 is the challenge level problem, and then we'll do one of the grid ends. So actually, you bear with me. Let's just do two more, just so you get an idea of the way the writers write on the SHSAT. Okay, so 30 pairs of black socks cost the same as 25 pairs of white socks. How much is each pair of white socks if 25 pairs of black socks cost $48? Let's set that up first. $48. You get 25 pairs of black socks. And these are the black socks. However, they said that it's not 25 pair. You have to read really carefully. 30 pairs. We have to figure out what the price is X, because then that will be the same as the white socks. Okay. So cross multiplying, we get 25x equals 48 times 30. I'm just going to leave these numbers in place. 48 times 30. I'll show you why in just a minute. So then divide both sides by 25. And then we'll get the 10 times will cancel and we'll get whatever x is. Now 25 doesn't go into the number above, does it? But 25 does go into 30 by 5. So if you divide by 5, then this will be 5 in the denominator, right? Cancel one of the 5s and this will be 6 up here. So it's 48 times 6 over 5, whatever that is. 48 times 6 over 5. But because I don't have a calculator on the test, I'm going to do times 2 on the bottom and times 2 on the top, okay? This is the time symbol like a star. All right, so then we have 48 times 12 over 10. And the reason I'm doing that is because now it's easier to divide by 10, okay? So then that would be 4 times 12 times 12 over 10, or, because I know that's 144, 4 times 144 over 10, stay with me here, 400 plus 160, it's 560 plus 16 is 576 over 10. So that's $57.60. So X is $57.60. What will we do next? Well, we're going to do 57.60. Will get you 30 black socks, but that's equal to 25 pairs of white socks. So that's the same price up on top, 57.60. But I'll put B for black and W for white. So then it says, well, what's the cost for one pair of white socks? Well, that's 25 on the bottom. So as a last step, here, I'll try and write it out for you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the numerator and do times 4. And this looks so it's nice. I'll do times 4 down here. The reason is for this fraction, then I'll have it over 100. So then we have, oops, where's the text bar? Then we have 57.60 times 4. Well, that's over $200. 4 times 50 is 200. 4 times 7 is 28. So 528. $530.40 divided by 100 pair. Right? So that means that, oh wait, not 530, 230. Let's go back. $130.40, excuse me, divided by 100 pair of white socks. So the unit cost for white socks, we'd have to move the decimal 2 places to the left. So that unit rate is, moving the decimal 2 places left, $2.30 per pair, rounded to the nearest cent. Okay, so that's absolutely the correct answer. Right? Just remember that when you're dividing by 2 zeros here, then you move the decimal 2 places to the left and place it behind the 2. Everyone see that? The yellow arrows I just drew? Since we're dividing by 100, When we times the top and bottom by 4, it's $2.304 or $2.30 per pair. Now let's go to the answer choices. Is it A, $2 per pair? No. B, C, D. The correct answer was E, none of the above. Yo, what just happened? There's into the slideshow. Hold on just a second. The correct answer was E, none of the above. For question number 19. Okay, last one for tonight. I'm gonna go to question number 25. No, there's one more I want to do. Yeah, maybe it was 25. Last one. Here's one for the books. There are 7 mystery books and 3 history books in a basket. How many books are there total if there's 21 history books? So here we can use what we were talking about earlier. If you want to organize, you can do M for mystery, M for mystery, H for history. The fact that was given was that there were 7 mystery books for every 3 history books. But we need to make a new column for the total. So let's say your mom and dad are like, well, you're reading independently now. Let's put up a bookshelf, and then you can have your own bookshelf of books. You're like, you out with 7 mystery books and 3 history books. You have 10 books total. However, the writer says that, well, in this library, there are 21 history books following this ratio. So we have to find the multiplier. 3 times what number is 21? What number is the multiplier? If you said 7, that's correct. We'd have to do times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. So we have to multiply this one times 7. It's 49 mystery books. So this larger library, 7 times larger than the ratio that we're working with, which is in proportion 7:3. Well, it should make sense that 49 plus 21 is 70 books, because you'd also multiply the number in this column by 7. This is times 7. Right? That's the scale factor based on the given ratio. So if you work that out, the correct answer was 70. 70 was correct for number 20. All right, we're going to stop for tonight. Let me scroll down to the end here. And again, remember that these forms are free for you online. I'm posting both my 7th grade SHSAT prep lessons. This was lesson number 7, unit rates and ratio notation. These links will be left active on my Columbia University Drive for the quiz, classwork, and homework. Hopefully, I'll see you next week on November 1st, 2023 at 7 p.m. for our next class, number 8, where we'll continue with more algebra skills for the problem solving on the SHSAT. If you'd like to know more about me, there's parent praise and past employer praise for my work as a tutor for grades 5 to 12, as well as college level math and grad school. For over 15 years, I've worked with thousands of students to prepare for standardized tests. As a specialist for the SHSAT, tax, cooperative exam, high school placement test, PSAT, SAT, ACT, AP exams in physics, statistics, and calculus, as well as the graduate record exam. My students have been accepted into specialized high schools, have received Catholic school quarter, full, half, and full scholarships, as well have been accepted into the college programs of their choice, as well as medical school, nursing school, business school, and other graduate school programs. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. And if you'd like to check out my Wix website, I am still available as a tutor. I have hours during the work week, and perhaps we can work out a schedule where I can be your personal tutor. You can email me at JW2542@gmail.com or at the number provided on this website. This course is in development by donation. I hope to publish it and have a book form for it in the near future. but I am offering it as a free share online to thank folks for supporting me as a circus performer and a musician for many years, which helped me complete my college degrees and become a math educator. So it's a gift back to the community who has supported me. And thank you so much. Any donations are appreciated at Venmo, Josh Wiener 10. Have a good night, and I hope to see you next class. And remember, happy studying. Okay, good luck. Bye-bye.